Spiritual Principles, Rabbi Michael-ben-Pesach, Portnaar. The seventh spiritual principle. The one above always wants to give to the one below. Here's a message from our new reader, Nugzar, and this is what he writes. Hello, dear Michael Portnaar. I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Nugzar. I live in Moscow. I registered under the name Nugzar on the site of the Lurian Kabbalah. I started to study Kabbalah somewhere in May 2008. From September 2008 to August 2009, I attended classes at the MAK, Moscow Academy of Kabbalah. But in August 2009, I stopped attending these classes, as after one of the nightly lessons, I was completely and absolutely disappointed in the so-called methodology of M. Lightman and in himself. This was before the Congress, which was held in Turkey. Not many people signed up for the Congress. It was during the financial crisis. And he was apparently irritated by this. So he said that he would not give those who would not come to the Congress any of the highlight. It became clear to me that they have no holiness, and he's only interested in the money that is earned through these congresses. 2 months later, acquaintances advised me to see the site of the Lurian Kabbalah. There I got acquainted with your books, Kabbalah for the Complete Life Management, The Teaching of Foolishness, and others. I realized that everything I had read before, with the comments of M. Lightman, was absolutely empty, and reading some of his books 20-30 times. After that, I registered on the Lurian Kabbalah website and began listening to your audio lessons. I listened to your lessons at night in silence, when the whole family is asleep. And then, miraculously, everything started in me, little by little, to line up, to happen. At the moment, I took courses on Shlavei and Zohar, Tess. However, I already finished in Tess, Talmud Eser Sferot, up to 122nd lesson, part 4, chapter 2. I still have to listen to several lessons of Zohar as well. So, I wanted to ask if there is any continuation of the lessons, and can I listen to them? With respect and gratitude, Nugzar. I have accumulated a lot of similar messages from various members of the forum. But this is the first time I publicly post such a message, and this is done not to criticize someone at all, but only to give a chance, at least for one, not to fall into the trap of the deft businessman of Kabbalah. So instead, he will read this message, and it will help him, according to the principle, higher always wishes to give to the lower, but not to rob them. After all, what did Abraham say to the kings who were saved by him, who offered him to take away all the booty, their property, which he had taken in battle from their enemies? I will not even take laces from your shoes, stated Abraham. Neither did the great head of the people of Israel, Moshe, neither did the great prophet Shmuel, nor a number of other true sages of the Torah. They did not take anything for themselves as compensation for their titanic work. And let it be the decisive sign for you. If the one who pretends to teach you the spiritual wants only to give you, without any specific conditions, then you can safely trust yourself with his instructions. However, if that teacher lays some sort of conditions for you, even if they're the most insignificant, to give to the Congress, to give to someone else, to give to the project of spreading Kabbalah, or to our dear children, and if you don't give to these projects, he threatens to not give you something that in fact does not belong to him, the most precious thing, the highlight. Then run away as far as possible from such a devil, and know that he doesn't have any relation to the higher light. For it is written, Hashem, upper light, and Mammon, the one with a passion for money, cannot be under the same roof. But in Kabbalah, we study that everything is in one person. At first, you cannot distinguish between the lower and upper level in your inner person. Suddenly, you begin to move forward and come to a higher level, but you do not feel it as much. It reminds you more of the previous, lower one. Inside a higher step, you feel small, and at the bottom, you feel big. This is according to the law. It is useful to know that you feel small when you land on a higher level. And this higher level always wishes to give to your lower level. And when your environment unconsciously feels that you have risen, and because of this it is also unconsciously exposed the effects, for you have risen qualitatively with your inner strength.